So hello there and welcome to another interview of The Shield During the Couch. Today I have Rikke Emilie from the band Konvent. Rikke, how's everything up there in Denmark?
It's good. It's busy. We're approaching our release date for a new album called Down the Sun. So there's a lot of things to plan and to arrange. So yeah, we're keeping it busy up here.
Yeah, I had the privilege of listening to that new album, and I must say it's really a great album. I liked how how in 2 years you've grown so much as a band. If you think about it, Puritan Masochism came out like 2 years ago in January of 2020. So when you put out that album and you took the metal world by storm, were you surprised by the reaction that the band had right off the bat?
Yeah, we were extremely surprised and overwhelmed by the by people's reactions to the album, to the first album. We had a lot of very positive feedback, and we didn't expect that at all. Because yeah, it's the first record, and you don't know if you're doing anything right. But it turns out that I think we did.
No, it was a very successful record. I remember being in the list of album of year-end list in that year, and plus you put out that album in a year no one would knew what would happen just a few months after you put out that album, and you were able to succeed with it even with all the the things happening in the world. So now that you have more like 2 years as a band together and honing your craft, did you feel any pressure for this sophomore album called Down the Sun?
Yeah, definitely. There was a lot of positive reviews and feedback to live up to, definitely, but also just from ourselves. We really wanted to challenge ourselves even more with this album, and we wanted to have an album where we could sit down and really hear that we had improved as musicians, and we wanted to add some extra elements to this album that we didn't have with the first one. And I think we've done that pretty well.
Yeah, no, I think the things that you added a lot of atmosphere. Like, for example, in Grains, there's a violin in part of the song. And I think there's what I loved about the new album is like, it's heavy, but it's also it doesn't go super fast. It takes its time, like to at least to me when I was hearing it, to build the atmosphere. And it's it has really that doomy element, but obviously that death element. But I liked how all the songs like kind of connected together, and it felt like some sort of a theme with the whole album. And I think it turned out pretty great. I know that for this album, you worked again with the same producer that did the first album. How was that experience working again with that producer?
Well, it was great. Lasse, our producer, he just lives and breathes sound. We felt like he was the right choice again this time around. He has a studio in in the central Copenhagen area, so we can be very flexible as well. We don't have to like pack up all our things and then go away for 2 weeks. We can go down and record one day and like still go to work from 8 to 4 and then go down to the studio and record some stuff. So yeah, it's really flexible, and yeah, we felt pretty safe with Lasse.
Yeah, plus you already had that connection and relationship you built when you were doing the first album, so he already gets what the band is about. And so how long did it take you to record this sophomore album?
I think we booked, was it 2 weeks? I think where Julie would go down and record the drums. I think she did that in 1 or 2 days. And then
Wow.
Sarah would come down and do the guitars. And so it was very flexible. So, I mean, there were days where we weren't in the studio, and then we would all be there, and then maybe one of us would be there for a day. And yeah, so I think it took around 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, well,
More or less. Yeah.
it turned out great. So do you,
Thanks.
you as a singer and as writing the lyrics, do you prefer to listen to the music and then, like, while you're listening to the music, see what lyrics are best for that one? Or do you write lyrics beforehand?
I mean, it would be perfect for me to have the finished song,
Oh,
and then I could write the lyrics for it. That would be great, but that's not really how we work in Convent. So we usually do Sarah or Heidi. They bring a riff and they play it, and then Julie tries to put some drums on that, and then Sarah, Heidi, and Julie, they develop from there on, and then I slowly start to add lyrics, even though we don't know where the song is going yet. But I just try to come up with something, and if not writing the finished lyrics, then just writing something, so I have an idea of where the lyrics should be in relation to the rhythm and the riffs and the changes in the song.
Okay, so yeah, you start building them, and you never know, organically go on and build the song. So
Yeah.
for this album, how much did the state of the world play a part in the tone of this record and the themes?
Not that much, I think. Yeah, I feel like the themes are more general. It's none of the songs really address the whole COVID situation or like the feelings we've had about COVID, and we felt like we're missing out on a lot of gigs, and things are being canceled or postponed all the time, which was really, our past 2 years in a nutshell.
It sucks.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to write about other themes. I mean, we probably were affected by it somehow, maybe subconsciously. I feel like we've been more affected by it in the practical terms. I mean, our rehearsal space was closed down for 5 months. And we really needed those 5 months in order to write the songs that we're writing for the album, in order to fine tune some things for the songs. And I mean, when I listen to the album now, I'm very proud of it, but there are definitely, I don't know if it's the case with every album, there are still things that I would have done maybe better, or added a few more things here and there, or yeah.
Well, I honestly, having heard the album, I think it turned out really good. So I think you guys did a good job, and it really sounds like you're a band that has been honing your craft. And I would like to talk about a little bit about a few of the singles that you released. For example, Grains. Grains is an album that you sing part of it in Danish. Was it very important to you to have part of the song in your native language for that song?
Not at all, actually. It wasn't planned. It very much just sort of happened. I think I was listening to the riffs that Sarah and Heidi had written, and it just sort of made sense up in my head that I wanted to do like a high pitch vocal, like sort of black metal inspired vocal, and then it just made sense for me to write those lyrics or that part in Danish, because like one of my I don't know if you call it role models, but a guy that I look up to a lot is a Danish black metal singer called Ole Luk.
Okay.
He plays in a band called Afsky, which is he only sings in Danish, I think. He used to sing and play guitar in a Danish black metal band called Solbrud, which we're all huge fans of in Convent, and I just really love his vocals. And so I felt like with the black metal themed type of vocals, I could just hear his voice like singing the song, and I was like, okay, this calls for like some Ole lyrics. And I wrote the lyrics pretty fast, so I don't know, it just made sense.
No, it makes, obviously you're being the band from Denmark. Why not have some of your
Yeah.
your language on it?
Mm.
Obviously, people can go and translate and see what it means. But that the music video for that is just a beautiful music video.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I like the part because it's to me the song what I was listening to the song, reading the lyrics, it's about like the grains, like you being part of the world, and at the end, like just when you die, you become like grain, part of the earth. Was
Mm.
that the theme in that song?
Well, it's so interesting to hear other people's interpretation of it, and we really want to keep it open for interpretation. But we just like one of the themes on the album in general is like sand or dust, because it's such a funny element. Like sand can be a massive desert that can potentially kill you. It's really dangerous, but sand can also be just one tiny grain that can like, go into the floor cracks and you'll never see it again, and it'll stay there hidden. And you can't like grasp sand, like it'll always run through your fingers, even though how hard you try to hang on to it. So it's pretty elusive as well. And we just thought that it was such a great element to have, because another red thread in the on the album is sort of the eternal hunt for happiness, which is something that you can just continue doing until you die, because there will always be people telling you that you need to change all these things about your life. Like you need to make more money, you need to be skinnier, you need to, I don't know, whatever. You need to be able to knit
Whatever
or
social terms.
yeah, whatever social, whatever, yeah, that decides. So that's sort of an eternal hunt for something that you can't really grasp. Like if you keep having projects that you feel like, okay, I need to improve this and this and that about myself. Yeah, so we felt like sand and dust fit into that theme pretty well.
Yeah, because it's pretty hard to control those elements as well. So
Yeah,
it's like a
and
good metaphor.
yeah, and water was a big theme or element in the first record, Puritan Masochism, and we just felt like, okay, dust and sand, that's pretty spot on for this album.
Yeah, no, it really goes with the theme of the album. And the second single, Pipe Dreams, I love that second single.
Thank
I
you.
know that that song is more about the different types of manipulation that you could have in life, like record companies, all types of manipulation. What inspired that song and those themes for Pipe Dreams?
Well, it was based on the theme about like the eternal hunt for happiness. It was one of Sarah's ideas, and we all just thought it was really cool, a really cool idea. And it just made me think of, well, what causes that hunt, like, and it can be maybe caused by people, it can be caused by industries, entire industries who make money off of telling people that they're not good enough, and buy this book or buy this program or buy these sessions at a coach or whatever. And I just thought it could be really interesting to sort of go 100% into the mind of like a manipulating entity and sort of sing from that perspective about, hey, I've managed to manipulate all these people who are now like making money for me, or like I've created this entire manipulation factory. It's called Pipe Dreams, and like I just keep telling these people that they're not good enough, or trying to make them think that they're not good enough in order to make money or give me a sense of power. And yeah, I just thought it was a fun way to explore like that side of the theme.
No, it's really interesting.
To just go 100% into this pretty sinister character.
Yeah, because it's from the point of view of the manipulator. So that reminds me, not that it sounds like this other song, but it reminds me of the theme in Sad But True with Metallica.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
like the conscious telling you that controls you. It's like a similar theme, obviously differently, musically different, but
Yeah.
that same type of theme in a different manner, but it kind of reminds me of that theme. So in this, when I do these interviews, I always like to highlight the art, because I think the art of the album is important to the music. So I'm gonna pull here the cover art for your new album called Out the Sun. So
Great.
yeah, it's who did this artwork, and what do you think like you want people to feel when they see this artwork for this album?
Well, I mean, it could be so cool if it was something that people wanted to hang up on their walls.
It looks cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's it gives sort of a feeling of a huge vastness. I mean, in the bottom you have like the endless desert, and on top you have almost this hypnotizing sky. Yeah, so you can feel quite lost in it. There are these things like down in the bottom. You can't really see if it's rocks or if it's people or what it is. That's sort of, we saw the same thing in the Puritan Masochism cover, and we just really, really like that element.
Yeah, it does follow the theme because it's the same. It's a black cover with some white in it. So it follows the theme from the first album cover. And I like that you can tell like the song, it's somewhere around the back, but you can't really see it.
Yeah.
And I think it really translates well to the type of music, the doom, death metal style that the band obviously is known for. So
yeah, it's very simple and
yeah. So I really liked it, and I think it's, you know, it points, when you look at that cover, I think you can tell what it's gonna sound like, at least for me.
Yeah, I feel so too. Yeah, definitely.
It represents the band very good. So you as a singer, how did you approach this album differently, vocally or lyrically, this time around?
Yeah, so I really wanted to experiment with trying to bring some more melody into my vocals. I don't know if I set the bar a bit too high. I feel like I didn't quite succeed in some of the places that I wanted to, but I feel like the result is like it's still fine, and I just have to accept my my current limitations. But I think trying to get some more melody into my vocal has been a huge focus on this album, and trying to get some more like black metal vocals as well.
Yeah, no, I think it shows in songs like, for example, on the opening track, Into the Distance, that's a song that starts really slow, brooding, and it keeps like building, and then it hits you. And I thought the vocal delivery on that song was great, and like how you use the doom element with the death elements and some black metal as well. It all blended perfectly in that song. And also another highlight for me was the album closer, Arena. It's a 7-minute like opus of a song, and it's also it takes its time building, and I like how the ending is very cinematic. I almost felt like it sounded like a soundtrack to a like a medieval theme type of like movie. Or that's what I felt when I was listening.
That's so cool.
That song. And also the album has an interlude that, to me, that interlude is like it's dividing those last 3 songs from the other ones. Like it's like a palate cleanser, if you will. But yeah, I think the flow of the album is really good. I will try to review it for my channel when it's the week that it's coming out. So
great.
I want to congratulate you. Yesterday I saw that you got new management for the band with Nightcrawler. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
So that seems like it's going to be very, fruitful for the band. And I also saw that you're going to have the album release party March 12th in Copenhagen.
Yes.
I wish I was there so I could go, but it's kind of far for me. But
Kind of, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We are, we're just so excited to have signed this new management agreement with Nightcrawler management, because Søren, who runs it, he has been a friend of ours for over 10 years.
Oh,
Like, we've
so
known him just through like the metal environment. He's Sarah's boyfriend's really good friend. They have a blog together, and he's just very, very passionate and very professional. He's been working in the music industry for many, many years, and he recently created his own company, went solo, and we just, there's absolutely no doubt that he's the right match for us.
yeah, if you guys have that relationship for so years, yeah, I think it would be something. He knows you, and he knows the music, so I think it's a win-win for everyone. So
Yeah, absolutely.
in the album, what are your favorite songs out of this album, and why?
I think definitely Pipe Dreams is one of the most fun songs to sing, because it's fast, and it's like, from an actor, like, if you want to be an actor, it's fun to play like the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like I'm playing the bad guy when I'm singing Pipe Dreams, because it's pretty sinister. So it's really a fun song to sing. I can't wait to come out and sing it live.
I think live should sound amazing, and it's a really great song on it, and so I'm glad to hear that that's your favorite. So for anyone that wants to get the album, obviously you're signed to Napalm Records. This album, they can get the vinyl variants, cassette. I got the vinyl variant, the purple one. So I'm excited to when that gets here, because I'm sure it's gonna look amazing and sound amazing. And obviously this drops on March 11th, so 3 weeks from now. So everyone, like, support live music, and obviously this type of band. This is their second album, and I think good things are coming for the band. So anything else you would like to add to the audience?
Thank you for listening to our music. Definitely check us out. We're going on a tour in Europe in April and May. So please check out if we are playing in a venue close to you, and come by and say hello, and
Which bands are gonna be on tour with you guys?
1914 from Ukraine, and nice. In some of the dates, it's we're joined by Livløs, another Danish band, and Zero Parenthesis, which is also a Danish band. And a band called High Race.
Sounds like it's gonna be good, and I'm sure you're eager to get out on the road and promote this music. So Rikke, I want to thank you for taking time to talk with me. I'm gonna put the link here of where they can get the record, links to the music videos, and I'm sure that this album's just gonna raise the bar for doom metal, and I can't wait to hopefully one time see this band live if you come over States.
Hopefully, we really wish, and we really hope we can do that soon.
Okay, so again, thank you for your time. So everyone, now you know, Call Down the Sun comes out March 11 on Napalm Records. Go get that and keep it metal. Yeah. Bye-bye. Children on the couch.